well, factoring, which you guys love. We did completing the square, right? This, the quadratic formula, works on every single quadratic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, in that quadratic formula, I get x equals, and you guys have probably done 1,000 of these problems. Negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now, as I explained earlier in the year, there are how many possibilities for an x-intercept when we are talking about a parabola? Well, we can have up to 2. That's what the fundamental theorem of algebra tells us. Because our parabola can hit or pass through the x-axis twice, our parabola can hit the axis at one point, or, well, this is stupid. They should have a third example here where it doesn't have any x-intercepts. Now, yes, but now we're going to use the quadratic formula. Now, there's a couple of things about this, okay? And we're going to talk about this after we do some quadratic formula problems. This is 2 solutions, right? Or 2 zeros, or 2 roots, or whatever they call it. There's lots of names for x-intercepts. This is 1 solution, or 1 zero. This has no solutions, right? In the next section, you will learn that this actually, we can find some imaginary solutions for this. All right. We're going to learn that tomorrow. All right, you guys know how to use this quadratic. Now, this is just the x. This is just the x coordinate of the intercept, right? What's the y coordinate of the intercept? 0, yeah. Y is always going to be 0. Wonderful. Okay, let's do a couple of these examples. Now, a lot of you would have difficulty factoring this one because the a is not a 1, and you ran into some problems, especially on the factoring portion of the quiz, where we have some pretty big coefficients for x squared. Well, this makes it, after you use this formula, this makes it real easy, okay? My a is what? 2. My b is, and my c is, okay, let's follow our formula. X equals negative b, which is negative 1, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 1 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 5, all over 2 times a. And our a is 2. Okay, this is what I like to do. Do not put this all in a calculator and solve it, because the chances of getting everything, all the parentheses and symbols right in the calculator are 100 to 1. All right, here's what I like to do. I like to do the square root portion first. Okay, so I have the square root of, what's 1 squared? 1 minus 4 times 2 is times negative 5, negative 40. Simplify that, I get the square root of 41. Now I can replace that whole square root in that problem with the square root of 41. So, x equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 41 over 2 times 2 is 4. Now, can I simplify this any further? Can I simplify the square root of 41? No, it's a prime number. Okay? I can't cancel out any common terms. There's nothing I can do. So I am done. By the way, how many solutions does this have? 2. Okay. Right. Very good. Okay. Awesome. No, I don't smell things. No, nose is clogged, can't smell things. I'm not talking about cooking. Hey, A is 4, B is 1, C is -3. So X equals -B. So negative, my B is 1, plus or minus the square root of B squared, 1 squared, minus 4 times A is 4 times C is -3. All over 2 times A, which is 4. Oh my God. I remember that. All right, I'm going to do the square root off to the side. So I get the square root. What's 1 squared? Minus 4 times 4. 16 times 3, -3. -40, no, yeah, you're right, right. So it's positive 48. What's 1 plus 48? And what is the square root of 49? 7. So I get to replace this whole big thing here with 7. Are you ready? Are you ready, kids? Okay, I have -1 plus or minus 7 over 8. Am I done? No, because this one I can go farther. I can simplify it more. Well, let's say I could take -1 plus 7. I get 6. 6 over 8. I can actually reduce that to 3/4. So there's one intercept, right? 3/4, 0. Now I can take -1 minus 7. I get -8 over 8, which is, careful, -1. So here's my solutions. See how easy this is? So easy, it's scary. You guys could have done this all by yourselves. 16. See, my C is, I'm sorry, my A is 3, B is 12, C is -12. Alrighty, kids. X equals -B plus or minus square root of B squared, or not B squared, 4 times A times C all over 2 times A. Yes, ma'am. You could, but you're going to make a mistake. Congratulations. Okay, square root of 144 minus 12 times -12 is -144, minus a -144 is a plus 144. Look at that, I get the square root of 0, which equals 0. No, I'm sorry, 288. My fault. I'm ahead of myself. Square root of 288. Gee, can we simplify that?
I don't know.
Google it. That's really a big number. I know it's a decimal, but we need to simplify the radical. Does anybody have a TI-30?
I don't.
Put that in the TI-30, it'll simplify it for us.
Wait,
Yeah, 84, that's not going to work. You got the funner way. There we go. Back to 288. 1 times 288. 2 times 144. Ooh, isn't 144 a perfect square? Oh, mate, not that bad. Okay, so this equals the square root of 144 times the square root of 2, which is 12 times the square root of 2. Wow, that was very nice. So x equals negative 12 plus or minus 12 square root of 2 all over 6. Can I simplify this any further? Yes, all terms have what in common? All terms have what factor in common? That's 6. Okay, 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So I end up with 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 2 over 1. There's my answer. And if I was a mean algebra 2 teacher, I would count all this stuff wrong if you didn't simplify it. Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I'm the one scoring your test and you would have all gotten it wrong anyway. All right, I think I've done enough of those. Yes, sir. You sure can. All right, let's talk a little bit about that discriminant. That discriminant. Well, here's the quadratic formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? This little thing in here, this b squared minus 4ac, that is what we call, you okay? That is what we call the discriminant. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to put that here. B squared minus 4ac. If that discriminant is equals 0, how many solutions do I have? Not quite. Close. You have a 33.3% chance. Yeah, one solution. Who said that? And if d is positive, no matter even if it's a square root, if d is positive, how many solutions? And if d is negative, how many solutions? None. We actually do, they're called imaginary solutions. Now, we could talk about why this works. We could talk about, I could actually prove it, which would take me about an hour. No, maybe not that long. But I don't think you guys really care about this, do you? So I'm not going to talk about it any further. Just remember, if D is 0, you have one solution. If D is positive, you have 2. If it's negative, no solutions. So let's check it out. All right, what's my A? What's my B? What's my C? Let's use the discriminant and tell us how many solutions we have. So I have B squared. So negative 6 squared minus 4 times A times C. Let's see, 36 minus 36 equals 0. How many solutions? See how easy that is? Let's see, A is 2, B is negative 6, C is 9. B squared minus 4 times A times C. So I have 36 minus 72. I get a negative number. How many solutions? That's right, kids. I think you get the picture. Are you ready, kids? Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. It's first hour. Okay, so I have 36 minus is a plus 36, so I have 72, 2 solutions. All right, youngsters, I am done. You have book work, I'm sure.